Welcome, everyone.
Good morning, I guess, given I said goodnight earlier.
We are the Grin brothers, and we're playing Shantae Half Genie Heroes DLC Officer Mode.
That's what we're doing.
It's a short, straightforward campaign, which has somehow gone from... It's been, what, 7 episodes so far?
Yeah, which isn't actually that long. It's just the issue that most...
The Giga Mermaid should not have taken that 2 episodes.
Like, the Joy-Cons have dragged out a lot of situations a lot longer. Some things I'll accept, just down to me, wholeheartedly. Ammo Baron, that was all on me. Just standing there shooting him in the nuts till he died. And that one room puzzle, that was on me. Giga Mermaid was not my fault. That entire section, Mermaid Falls, not my fault. What was happening at, what's the place we've all just decided to hate now?
Tasseltown.
Tasseltown. That wasn't my fault. Oh, sorry, I skipped your line.
It's way past curfew, but I hear a lot of rabble close by. This is their house.
Yeah, I don't think you can curfew someone's house.
It could be space hooligans. I mean, to be fair, they will be there, so... Or worse, teenagers. I can agree on that.
Yeah.
I'd better check it out.
Better shoot them on sight. Oh no, they might have those...
Like, people say, oh, you just say you dislike teenagers because you've got an older sort of thing. You're no longer a teenager yourself. No, I always hated everyone, you know, of my, you know, school years and such, so... I
forgot I'm not allowed to sit comfortably.
She's functioning a bit differently, maybe because I always killed her too quick, but... Oh, great, I was about to mention something. Oh, yeah,
Look at her go!
Yeah, just, watching Shantae in her officer outfit.
Okay, so you can...
The easiest enemy to kill. The what? The slime just fell across the screen just there.
You know what?
Oh gosh, no, they are different. They are a lot tougher all of a sudden.
I think it's also because the gun is really weak. Like 3 damage is not enough for a lot of these enemies. Like with Risky and Shantae, you're doing around 8 damage per hit.
Yeah.
With the effect of it being a melee attack.
Yeah.
But something exploded. But honestly, I just wanted to see what happened when we crushed a bat. This is hell. I've got to explore the entire bloody mansion.
Yeah, I'm of 2 minds in terms of preference.
This is not going to be a fair fight
for the games.
Come here. Come here.
Like, I really like this game on its art style and the Shantae mechanics. But even though I am a fan of level-by-level structures, I actually feel that Pirate's Curse works better in its Metroidvania style. I think because the level design doesn't feel like it's a level-by-level structure. It's too non-linear, the levels. So that Pirate's Curse way of doing things feels more natural to it.
Hello, Vinegar.
Yeah, but yeah, seeing Shantae again in the My Force stuff, it reminded me once again of the Beck thing, because ended up in I can't remember what the reason was for it, but I was on Know Your Meme, and a My Number 9 image popped up because it's like, wow, that's weird. I mean, a few My Number 9 memes have been popping up because of Mega Man 11, but as you know, like again, airing the key problem really with My Number 9 is
it's My Number 9.
Well, they had the image of you know, the whole you know, wow, that was more successful than them actually attacking you.
It's okay. I've got weird Sonic Riders. It's just positioned like weirdly compared to everything. Everything else is like lined up, and then we've got, what is that? Worms. Worms Blast and Sonic Riders laid across the top. I don't know, it just drew my attention.
Oh yeah, that was probably one of the best trades I've ever done. I got Worms Blast and Spider-Man 2 just from trading Mario Party 6. Like, wow, that was so... I got off like a thief.
Mario Party 6 is the microphone one.
The microphone one, yeah. The one which was Toadette playable.
Yeah. Oh god, Peachette's gonna be a playable character soon. Thank god I can kill the bats.
Yeah, but yeah, Beck stuff, like, there was that one, again, one of the best parts about My Number 9 is going back through all of those comics and videos about people who are like, you know, this is the true Mega Man returning, and like, all super hyped up. It's like, the true successor. It's like, we carry on our dreams, Beck, and it's so awkward now. It is so funny in hindsight. Just how... Just everyone's attitude towards My Number 9, and then what happened afterwards. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It is one of the funniest things ever.
The thing is, I did want Mighty Number 9 to succeed.
I love the character designs.
I like the character designs. I like the...
That seems to be the one thing that people seem to come off liking about it, really.
Yeah, it's because they're genuinely, like, nicely designed.
But like the problem with the comic I was about to say is a comic of Beck looking up at the moon and he sees like the Mega Man sort of characters all smiling down upon him sort of thing. And someone's edited it now where it's just got Mega Man 11 in the moon and then Beck looks down solemnly and says, What do I do now? And it kind of irritates the problem with both, not just My Number 9, but also with Yooka-Laylee, which wasn't as received as bad, it was more average.
Yeah.
Their problem is they're trying to fill in a hole.
Yeah.
But eventually those holes are just going to get filled in by their successors.
Yeah.
Or by a game which doesn't try to fill in the hole, but does things more originally. You know, My Number 9 effectively got filled in better by Azure Striker Gunvolt and Shovel Knight.
Yes.
A Yooka-Laylee got filled in better by Hand Time. Games which, even if Banjo-Kazooie and Mega Man, as Mega Man has returned, come back, they're not going to be redundant.
Yeah. And, Hat in Time is really damn good.
I could spin that onto another conversation about... I watched a few videos about, you know, Hand Time versus Yooka-Laylee. Because it's interesting the difference in how they've been received and everything. But it's been a while, so I can't actually remember the exact content of the video. It was a really weird first video I watched, wherein the person actually favoured Yooka-Laylee over a Hand Time, which I felt was a bit... I can understand favouring on personal reasons, but it feels unobjective. There must be a reason why... You know, there must be some sort of objective reasoning as to why a Hand Time has been favoured so much more over a Yooka-Laylee.
Because it's a bad game?
Yeah, right, you know, where you can have to say that personal opinion isn't the defining factor. Like, I don't... If someone enjoys Yooka-Laylee over Hand Time, fair play to you, you know? Personal preference is personal preference. Some people are sick and twisted and enjoy Legend of K. That's their, you know, choice. But there's a point where you got to start talking about the objective value, you know, what makes them objectively better than the other.
Yeah. So as I've said for a long time, I use this at work a lot. You're allowed your opinion. It's wrong, but you're allowed your opinion. Okay, that lagged. No one left behind, because I can never get to the end of the level without dying.
I think, weirdly enough, the one thing I can remember from that...
Something just give me hearts!
The thing is, I wanted to bring up the Yooka-Laylee versus Hand Time thing, because you know about Hand Time, so, you know, it's something you can talk about in depth, but...
I have dabbled in the game.
The one thing which I thought, like, I could see some of his points, like, you know, they are different games in terms of what their controls are meant for. You know, Yooka-Laylee's problem, and the person did point out faults with a Hand Time, which like kind of a problem I feel that quite a few people is that they are a bit too.
Oh no, it's got problems.
Generous with a Hand Time sort of thing. Whereas you know there are problems with it. The thing is, it's good in spite of problems. You know.
Yeah. Every game's got problems.
People are willing to overlook the problems because it's so good in other departments, in other areas. You know, and there are things that can be improved on, but that's why, hey, there could always been a Hand Time 2 to improve those. The basis is solid, is the good part. But the one thing which I had to double take and go, I'm sorry, what? His fault with a hand time compared to Yooka-Laylee. He goes, Yooka-Laylee is clearly inspired by Banjo-Kazooie. I was like, yeah, it is. It's literally kind of just ripping off Banjo-Kazooie. A hand time, however, doesn't have an identity because it's inspired by so many things and doesn't have a clear source of inspiration. There are elements of Mario, Banjo-Kazooie, Sly Cooper, but it doesn't have a single game that it's inspired from, so it lacks as much of an identity. I'm just sitting there being... I'm sorry, what?
It lacks identity because it is a unique and original experience that has minor inspirations from other titles.
But the way he was seeing it was that it has a muddled identity because it doesn't have a singular inspiration. And then he recognised it as a identity of its own. He was recognising it purely as a successor style thing.
That's part of the
that's probably
that's
the exit.
The exit. Which is why I'm going back, because I need Twitch?
Maybe. But it's I think it's Sky you're missing.
No, I'm pretty sure it's one of the... Are they sisters?
I have no idea what Twitch and Vinegar are. All
They're
I
not
all I know is I'm pretty sure they were invented for that swimsuit drill scene first and then given roles as Ammo Baron's minion second.
100%. If they are not sisters, then they are probably banging. I would assume that.
It's kind of... That's just like the Kirby Star Allies situation again, really, isn't it? With the Francesca and that.
Oh, yeah.
Where people are like, we're pretty sure they're lesbians, but they call each other sisters, but that could be just the nun term of sister, so we're really unsure.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Japanese seems to calls them, you know, not the mages, but the nuns. You know, or their equivalent of nuns.
Yeah.
So I think the implication is they're supposed to be nuns, but...
It would make sense with the whole cult theming, yeah. Let's be honest.
Kirby beats monarchies, then he beats capitalism, then he beats religion.
Kirby crushes all.
I saw that one, this one brilliant sort of meme image. Simply, it's like new dark entity comes from space. I'm saying, I will destroy this world. There's nothing who can stop me. King DDD Meta Knight and Bandana D just like looking aside. You haven't heard about Kirby, have you?
That's pretty true.
Kirby doesn't care if you're an Eldritch God. Kirby destroys all.
Kirby. Okay, that lagged.
But yeah, it's like that was the weirdest argument for the Yooka-Laylee versus Hat in Time. Like,
you're in my way. I'm not in the mood. I'm lost. Lost and confused.
But ironically, that ended up being the weight of their argument, really. You know, he favoured Yooka-Laylee over Hat in Time because of Yooka-Laylee's connection with Banjo-Kazooie. He has a connection to Yooka-Laylee because it brings up that sort of history and such. The feel of the game reminds him of it, and he can naturally adapt to the controls of it better and all that. Whereas A Hat in Time doesn't feel like any of his old experiences, so there's not a background for him to latch onto.
Blind.
Which definitely says, you thinking the game's better based off nostalgia. It's not a flaw of A Hat in Time for not having a spiritual identity. It's positive for most people.
Yeah.
Because
we don't play it and go, well, I'd rather just be playing this.
Because there'll be plenty of people who play it with... It's the Kingdom Hearts 3 situation. You know, there'll be plenty of people who will play it without previous experience of the game.
They're going to be so confused.
Yeah. Oh, great! Kingdom Hearts 3 for the Xbox One! That looks like fun! What the hell is this story? You know what? I'm going to mention it now simply so it can be linked into the summary below. There was a video by... was it Dunkley? Donkey, yes.
Donkey.
Which is him summing up the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3 with like only 5% jokes to change it up. And it is the funniest thing ever.
Donkey's videos are amazing.
Like, he only changes one or two jokes, like, you know, renaming a guy Xena Douglas, for instance. But otherwise, it's like, and then the 5 mages became evil because of a talking cat, and it's like, This isn't a joke, it happened.
The problem with his video
happened.
is you can't tell what's a joke or not.
That's the thing. No, I could. There was a few moments which I could tell was obviously a joke, because I know the history of Kingdom Hearts. But the rest is him just summing up Kingdom Hearts word by word as an abridged sort of summary of Kingdom Hearts in 4 minutes, and it is so scarily accurate.
I'm going to try going through this door.
Oh yeah, it isn't the right door, because it's not got a blue glow to it.
Cool.
Yeah, because the door would have a blue glow to it.
Now I need to find the actual exit.
Bottom floor. It's on the bottom.
Oh wow, thanks Liam. I know that, you idiot. I need to figure out how to get to the bloody bottom floor!
Try jumping up.
I've been up.
Oh.
It's an empty room. I've been on the roof as well.
Hopefully you don't have to do like you had to do in Hypno Baron's Castle and go through the same door twice.
This is Hypno Baron's Castle.
No, as in like you literally I think that's how I found that thing. I went through a door and then I went back through it immediately and I got to that dark void.
Oh yeah, that strange empty space that you found.
But yeah, I just want to be able to link that in the summary below because it was such a good video.
It was. I like Donkey's stuff.
Again, because it's as people said, it's basically a video without a joke to it, but that's the joke because it sounds like it couldn't be real, but this is the plot of Kingdom Hearts summed up.
I don't understand people that genuinely try and defend the plot of Kingdom Hearts and say that it's simple to understand.
He spent a minute explaining the plot of I think Kingdom Hearts X Over sort of thing. Crossblade, and then summed it up, and he thought, it was like it's a huge plot and everything. And he goes, "Of course, this was only a browser game, so naturally it was going to be light on story."
Yeah, like,
like the browser game sums up so much. They turned the browser game into an hour and a half movie. Into I think it was a 40-hour long movie.
Oh, Japanese only web browser game is essential to understanding the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
Because it tells everything leading up to the Keyblade War.
Yeah.
And actually ends
which
up
is essential to understand Xehanort's...
And tells Xehanort's ultimate goal, what he's after.
What is he after again?
It's a box. The very first Keyblade user, known simply as the Master, he had 6 disciples.
I thought Xehanort wanted to end the world to recreate balance.
In a sense, but he thinks that's what the box which the box is in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Weird place to put your box. I feel like...
No, and the funny thing is no one knows what's in the blooming box. Basically, one of the jokes that Donkey had is he just made up names for all the characters. So I don't know the actual names of it, but the Keyblade Master sent one of his disciples with this box.
I would also like to point out, I've actually watched this video, and I'm still just as confused as I was before.
He sent one of his disciples with the box, gave him a special name, and said, take this box into Kingdom Hearts. And so the guy's literally just been living in Kingdom Hearts the entire time with this box.
What's
And then he gave a Keyblade to each of his other 5 disciples, and you can't open the box without the 5 Keyblades.
That's the wizard people.
Yeah, the 5 wizards. But they were the Keyblade users. And they ended up fighting because of a cat.
What cat?
There's this small cat which kind of looks like Luna's Mog, but it's supposed to be a cat. It looks like one of those, Dream Drop Distance. One of those dream creatures. It convinced them, basically, it was like the, what do you call it? The Dark Voice sort of thing, or Hannibal Bean from Xiaonan Showdown. It convinced them to basically wage war on one another, because, basically to get this box. Obviously the 6th Keyblade Master is the true one. After all, he's the only one who got something different, didn't he? He got a duty beyond you. He's in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing, guys.
And that's why they ended up waging war and killing each other
over a box.
And the concept of the master of his Keyblade thing had an interesting thing to establish something with Keyblades. I think it was the master because it's hard to tell because they all look the same with their black hoods.
Yeah, they wear like hoods and like dog masks or something.
Yeah. He said there's a plot line where he says to him, you should and you will pass your Keyblade onto your apprentice, and his apprentice will get his Keyblade, and so on, so that I can see the future through your eyes. So apparently the Master is connected to all the Keyblades, and the reason he had apprentices is that he wants to see, you know, what people do effectively. He wants to be a witness to everything.
He's aware that people can just make Keyblades now.
Yeah, which must be awkward.
Because he's...
But yeah.
Spoiler warning. Axel literally just goes, BAM! Keyblade. Which is impressive considering he was dead.
And then, you know, then there's all the clone... They kind of skipped over the Sora being traumatized thing, but, you know, there's a lot of details which are kind of skipped over, but,
So...
But yeah, but...
Axel's come back to life.
Yes. They explain that in Dream Drop Distance.
Okay. Are the other members of Organisation 13 alive?
We're not sure. They...
Because I know Gun Dude...
Rafi, here's the problem.
Time travel's been...
Dream Drop Distance introduced time travel.
Yeah.
It introduced the worst thing for a plot.
Wow.
They introduced...
That is a very sneaky place to put.
Okay. Well, we're about to take on the boss, but let's end the episode here because
Yeah.
it's already 20 minutes.
The boss will take like 10
they
minutes.
introduced time travel, the worst thing for a plot ever. Never.
No,
if you want to put to make a cohesive sense, never introduce time travel.
Like, aren't we fighting like 13 Xehanorts?
Yes, he went through alternative dimensions to grab 13 versions of himself. That's his plan, because he felt that was the bare Organisation 13 who'd work. Because effectively he summed it up as, in kind of a video game logic, I'm the final boss, and that's the hardest boss. If there was 13 of final bosses, instead of 12 regular bosses,
Yeah.
that would be harder!
Except you're all Xehanort. You all have the same attack pattern. We beat one of you, we know what we're doing for the next 12. I'm pretty sure the guy with the guitar fought differently to the guy with the gun.
But yes, it's the plot of Kingdom Hearts so brilliant. You've watched it, you say, and you
Yeah.
still can't understand what I'm trying to say here.
I genuinely don't. I have sat and watched it. I've watched other videos explaining the plot.
I just love that a browser game has the most crucial lore to understand.
Japanese
More so-
only browser game.
No, it came out overseas. I'm fairly sure.
No, it came out as a movie.
Oh yeah,
overseas.
it has so much vital to it. Like Birth by Sleep is kind of crucial in a sense, in that those characters are finally properly getting interwoven.
Yeah.
But what happened with Sora in that lot? You either need to, the end goal. You need to know the browser game. What happened to Sora and Riku, and why Axel and Kairi are sort of there with Keyblades? That you need Dream Drop Distance to explain it all.
Yeah.
And then you basically just need the browser game to explain the plot of, the end goal here of Xehanort. Ironically, the one game you don't need to know anything really about is 358/2 days. That's basically unimportant.
Just funny because it's about Organisation 13.
Yeah. I mean, they're popping back up, but they've all got Xehanort eyes, so I'm not sure if they're real, or maybe they're the alternative universe version of Xehanort. Who knows? They introduced time travel and alternative dimensions at the same time!
Organisation 13 had so much potential and they blew it.
Yeah.
But
In any case, yeah, if you basically want to see a good version of Organisation 13, look at the Akatsuki in Naruto.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cheer, everyone!
Bye.